Automation Freeway.
Shout out World Star.
Matter of fact,
what?
That Max B situation, man.
Are we gonna get into that?
No disrespect to Max B.
Yeah.
But check your management, homie.
Yeah.
Like, we got an email about you coming to our show.
Fan, look, real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
We got an email from a fan from that likes your music. You know what I mean?
It wasn't a fan though. That was somebody that.
No, well, it was a fan or whatever. It was out of his camp or it was a fan.
Somebody out of your camp because they giving numbers and everything.
They gave us a number and what's crazy was it's like, you know, they came across it. We got the number. We called him. You know what I mean? And shout out to your nut ass manager. You know, because that's how I really felt about it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, dog, it's like, yo, your manager don't know how to conduct business. Because all it was just trying to get you out here to get an interview so you can get some love out here in Philly. You know what I mean? You know, and that's really what it's all about. You know what I mean? It wasn't about, you know, I don't know, man.
I'm pretty sure right now Max can use the love that he can get from different cities.
That's all.
We're one of the closest cities
that you can come to. You know what I mean?
That you can come to, exactly.
You know
what I mean?
Your manager didn't handle it well at all, because at the end of the day, your manager don't know who I am or who my partner is. You know what I mean? Because hip hop, this is hip hop right here. You know what I mean? This is where, you know, you need to be. This is where you're gonna get your buzz. This is where you're gonna get the respect that you need and you want here in Philly.
But
you know
like we saying, this ain't no disrespect to Max B. We don't know you, we didn't talk to you. But your management, just check your management.
Check your management.
Because you don't know how many other interviews or shows or anything you might have missed on the account of being called at work hours and hip hop.
Like,
there is no real work hours. Your
manager hit me with the, yo, you gotta call me at work hours. I don't know what work hours to you, but me and my man, we
1 o'clock at night, New York is still bright.
It should be bright.
And we know this.
And at the end of the day, I'm coming out the studio. My partner coming out the studio, and it's like I'm making calls trying to make sure, you know, to keep this music moving. You know, and
like I said, man, 1 o'clock at night, New York is bright. Philly might be kind of shut down, but 1 o'clock at night, man, there's ain't nothing but lights in New York. New York is supposed to be the city that don't sleep. So don't tell us that, you know what, call us back. Call me back.
On work hours.
Yeah, during work hours. And then when we call back in work hours, now you want to ask all these extra questions.
Oh, how you want to stunt. Like, you know, at the end of the day, this is how I felt, and I'm going to be real with you. I felt like you, at the end of the day, you was trying to stunt, like, you know, you don't got time for this outlet. And I'm trying to figure out what artists don't have time to promote themselves on a show that you know is hot in Philadelphia. Yeah. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, this is one of the hottest underground shows here in Philadelphia. Exactly. You know what I mean? This is hip hop. You know what I mean? If you feel like that, you feel like it, hold your breath and wait for Cosmic Kev to call you. And that ain't no disrespect to Cosmic Kev. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like we trying to help you out and trying to get more exposure on you, and your management, I felt, is trying to hold you back. We did.
Oh yeah, we did.
So, you know what I mean? So again, Max B, shout out to you, dog. Get at me. Get at my partner. You know, get at us here at Batcave Radio. I still want you up here, even though I'm not messing with your management like that. I don't know who the chick is, but boss the boss, dog. You know what I mean? You know, holla at me. Get up on the show. Man,
you
know what I mean?
Check your management,
Check your management, man. You know what I mean? It wasn't cool. You know what I mean? Your manager acted like you was too good to do any type of promo.
Yeah, because the first thing she should have did, she should have said, okay, I'm unfamiliar with the show, but since you told me it's on World Star, I will check it out, and I'm going to tell Max to check it out, and we're going to get back to you and
at a reasonable time. Yeah. And I would have accepted that. But the problem is that you tried to stunt on it like he's in a studio, he's making an album, and I respect that. But baby girl, I'm gonna just tell you right now, me and this man, we do this for a living. I know what it takes to do an album. And you mean to tell me that Max B can't take 15 minutes to 20 minutes out of his time to come to the show and promote himself and the album that he's working on? That don't make sense. That's backward hustling to me. You know what I mean? That's all I really got to say. So again, You know what I mean? On behalf of Batcave Radio, my partner Rub, my DJ Quick, you know what I mean?
And our cameraman.
And our cameraman Nar. Dog, get at us. You know what I mean? And the caption probably gonna read over the head, over top of us right now that, you know, Batcave Radio, this is Max B Management. You know what I mean? It ain't a diss, it's just, it is what it is, dog. I'm not coming at you, I'm just telling you, you know, get at us. We want to hear what Max B is going on, you know, what he doing with himself. You feel me? You know what I mean? But your management is on something different, and I can't deal with it.
Like I said, it's no disrespect to Max. But and also at the end of the day, we got the email that came to us. We didn't go looking for anybody.
Dude
like
emailed us.
We had no way to get in touch with you guys at all. Somebody got in touch with us.
And shout out,
we made the call
and
from the number that was there.
And shout out to Kent. You know what I mean? I did skip his name. It skipped right off my head. You know what I mean? But shout out to the Kent, to your Kent that reached out to us. You know what I mean? To you know, to get at you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's it.